Okay. Kadosh, Erev Tov. We are doing now a Hazara. So this is not a new shiur, but this is now a Hazara on that which we've been learning. Right? We are on Daled Amud Aleph. We're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 lines down. 14 lines down, it says, Amar Rabbi Shemuel bar Nachmani, Amar Rabbi Yonatan. Says Rabbi Shemuel bar Nachmani, name Rabbi Yonatan. Shelosha sha'alu shelo kahogen. There were 3 people that they asked improperly. Put your fingers on the place. Yeah? L'shnaim heshivu kahogen. To 2 people, they answered them properly. Le'echad heshivu shelo kahogen. To 1 of them, they answered them improperly. Ve'eluhen. Yeah, ve'eluhen. No, ve'eluhen. These are Shaul ben Kish. Shaul ben Kish. Yiftach HaGiladi. Chazak Uruch. Now, it's very interesting that we're going to switch the order, but let's see. Eliezer Eved Abraham was number 1. Technically, number 2 was Yiftach HaGiladi. But we went and we gave the number 2, which was Shaul ben Kish, and number 3, Yiftach HaGiladi. Do the cheshbon. Where was Yiftach? Yes, where was it? No. Look at the bottom. Shoftim. Look at the bottom. Where is it? It's in Shoftim. Where is Shaul HaMelech? Shaul HaMelech is after the Shoftim. It's a Melachim. So therefore, right? Yes, exactly. Because we have the connection between the Shidduchim in the first 2 and the last one. So because of that, it was said differently. So says the Gemara, right? We're going to start with the first one. Eliezer Eved Abraham. Eliezer Eved Abraham says, Dichtiv, Wehaya Hanara, right? It was the Nara, the maiden, Asher Omar Elea, which I will tell her, Hatina Chadech, please pour or turn your kad, your jug, right? And I'm going to tell you to drink, and then afterwards she's going to give also the camels to drink. She's going to be the one, Ota Uchachta, right? It's going to be for Yitzchak, your servant. Maybe it was going to be a chigeret or suma. What's a chigeret? Lame. What is a suma? Blind. So maybe it's going to be blind. Yeah. So maybe it's going to be a chigeret or suma. Shivo kaogen. What does it mean in shivo kaogen? He was answered kaogen. He was answered properly. Who was answered properly? Who was it? Izdamno Rivka. Baruch Hashem. Rivka imenu was given to them. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Okay, muy bien. Next, Shaul ben Kish. Yeah, Shaul ben Kish. Tichtiv, as it says in a pasuk. By Shaul ben Kish. V'aya ish asher yakenu. The person that's going to come and going to smite. To who? He's going to come and he's going to smite Goliath. Yeah, the one that's going to. Yes. Yeah. To smite Goliath. Yasherenu Hamelech Osher Gadol. The Melech will come and make him very rich, very wealthy. And he will give his daughter to him. So now he comes and he says this. So again, one more time. Shaul HaMelech comes and he says, whoever's going to kill Goliath, I'm going to make him rich and I'm going to give him my daughter. What was the daughter of Shaul's name? Hechal. Chazak Baruch. Yeah. So he comes and he says, Yachol afilu eved afilu mamzer. I would have thought that even if it's going to be an eved or a mamzer, right? But still, a shivo kaogen. He was answered properly. How was he answered properly? And he's damen lo David, right? David HaMelech was prepared for him, right? Nizdamen lo is mezuman. Mezuman is like, zimun. What is zimun? Mezuman is prepared. It's prepared. Okay? So it was made, prepared for him, David HaMelech. Yiftach HaGiladi dichtiv. By Yiftach HaGiladi it's written. V'aya yotzeh. And it will be the one that is coming out. Asher yetzeh, which will come out. It's a double expression of coming out. Yotzeh yetzeh. Right? Yotzeh yetzeh. Midalte beti, from the door of my house. So there it says there in the continuation of the pasuk, he's going to bring us a korban olah. Yachol afilu davar tameh. I would have thought to say that this is going to be even for a davar tameh, which means even if it's going to be something which is going to be tameh, right? Something which is like, for example, let's say it could be a kelev or a chazir. Yeah? So he comes and he says, Hashivo shelo kaogen. He answered him shelo kaogen. What was lo kaogen? What do you mean that he answered him not properly? Nizdamna lo bito. It was his daughter. Right? V'hainu dekaman lehu navi liYisrael, and that's why the Navi came and he told to Israel, Hatzorian b'Gilad im rofen sham. He says what? There's not going to be any remedy if there's no doctor there. What's going on over there? Right? He could have gone there, right? And he could have done Nataran Nedarim. Or according to the other explanation that we said yesterday, it wasn't Nataran Nedarim. He could have asked, and maybe Be'emet he wouldn't have been obligated bichlal to bring, right, his daughter. Why? Because he never had that in mind. So therefore, it could be that bichlal he didn't need to do anything. Right? Uchtiv, and it's written, Asher lo tziviti v'lo dibarti v'lo alta libi, which I didn't command and I didn't speak and it didn't come up to my heart. Asher lo tziviti, which I didn't command. Zeb beno shel Mesha melech Moav. This is the son of Mesha melech Moav. Shneimar, because it says in the pasuk, vayikach beno bechor. He took the what? His son, the bechor. This is the heir to the throne. Yeah, the heir to the throne. Asher imloch tachtav. And he brought him up as an olah. Velo dibarti, what is lo dibarti? Right? This is Yiftach. He didn't speak. Because why? He didn't speak about this case. He never said anything to. He didn't speak about Yiftach. Velo alta libi. Yitzchak ben Abraham. This is Yitzchak ben Abraham. Right? So therefore, in all these, with his daughter. So therefore, in all these three cases, you see from here that they came and they sacrificed their children, and I never asked for it. Right, these are the three things. Okay? Nekuda. Right? Until here we're clear, yeah? So now the Gemara is going to say, now we're going to go back to the original Gemara that we brought back to do with the concept of rain. And it says the Gemara, Amar Rabbi Berachia, says Rabbi Berachia, Af Knesset Yisrael Shala Shelo Kahogen, even Knesset Yisrael also asked Shelo Kahogen. Why? It says that Kadosh Baruch Hu, Shivya Kogan, and still Kadosh Baruch Hu answer them, Kahogen, answer them properly. Shneimar says in the pasuk, "V'nedeani defa ladat Hashem." We're going to know, to pursue, to know Hashem, which means we're going to come and we're going to pursue Kadosh Baruch Hu. Kashachar nachon motzeo yavo kageshem lanu. We're asking that Hashem should be to us like rain. Okay, that means we're asking that Hashem should be to us like rain. What? No, kashachar nachon motzeo. Like in the morning, you're going to find the yavo kageshem lanu. It's going to be like rain to us. So Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu biti. So Kadosh Baruch Hu comes and he says, "My daughter." He says, "I don't understand what you're asking." He says, "Why? Atem at shoelet. You're asking for geshem. You're asking for us to be like geshem. What does it mean geshem? We're asking that Kadosh Baruch Hu should be mashpia alenu. We should influence on us, just like the geshem." He says, "Davar shapimim with the geshem. Is geshem always good? No. When is it not good? In the summertime. In the summertime, so it's a siman klala. So because of that, he comes and he says, right, what are you talking about? It's not something good. But I'm going to give you something which is always needed. What is always good? The tal. Right? That's why he says, Shneimar, Eyeh Chatal L'Yisrael. I'm going to be like tal for Yisrael. The Ot Shala Shelo Kahogen. Another thing which Bnei Yisrael asked, Knesset Yisrael asked Shelo Kahogen. It says, right, Amra lefanav, they said in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ribono Shel Olam, Simeni chachotam al libecha, kachotam al zeroecha. What does that mean? He comes and he says that we're going to place, Simeni, I'm going to place you kachotam, like a seal, right? What does that mean, like a seal? Like a seal on your heart and like a seal on your hand. Amar la HaKadosh Baruch Hu, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, biti, at shoelet davar shepevin, a seal, right? If you're going to put a seal somewhere, what's good? Sometimes if it's going to be on your arm, it's going to be on your heart. Sometimes you could see it, sometimes you can't see it. You put on clothing, you can't see it anymore. You could see it, you can't see it. What's going on? So because of that, he comes and he says, I'm going to do something which you could always see. What you could always see? I'm going to place it on the palm of your hands. The palm of your hands are always seen. And said if it's going to be here, or you put on a clothing, you can't see it. Right? Here, you're always going to be seen bechol sha'a. Yeah? En shoalim et geshamim ela samuch legeshamim. So now if you guys remember when we were going back on the Mishnah, right? Remember that whenever it has the two dots, we are going back and we're quoting the Mishnah. So therefore we're quoting the Mishnah and the Mishnah said en shoalim et geshamim samuch legeshamim. So therefore it says the Gemara svaruha. We thought that what are we referring to? She'ela and askara ze oto davar. It means we thought that she'ela and askara was the exact same thing. So since she'ela and askara was the same thing, she'ela means to ask, and askara means to mention. So we thought that if it's going to be the exact same thing, so who could it be? Our Mishnah has to be like Rabbi Yoshua, not like Rabbi Eliezer. Why? Because Rabbi Yoshua said Mishat Anachato, which means when you're putting down the lulav, which means it's much closer to the time of Geshamim. It cannot be Rabban, right? Rabbi Eliezer, which is going to be beforehand. So Mantana. So Amar Rava says Rabbi Yoshua Yidama Mishat Anachato. So Elmaleh Abaye comes and he says it's not true. Why? Afilu Tema Rabbi Eliezer. Even if you're going to tell me, yeah, he comes and he says, even if you're going to tell me it's Rabbi Eliezer, She'ela lechud, Askara lechud. What does that mean? One thing is She'ela, and one thing is Askara. She'ela means to ask. Yeah, V'ten Talmatar. Askara is Mashiv Roch Menigeshim. So the two different things. If the two different things, it could even be according to Rabbi Eliezer. Because when the Mishnah said, En Sholim Geshamim, Such Geshamim, nobody's talking about that. Not Rabbi Eliezer, not Rabbi Yoshua. It could be anybody. It could be either or. Next, Vikadam, either those that say. Lema, why don't we just say, right? Daladamubet, 4b. Lema, why don't we just say, that means like this. Remember, the Vikadamri now is the other version. So the other version is saying the exact same thing, but in other words. Before it was, we thought to say, Rava said, and Abaye argued. Now there's no Abaye, there's only Rava. And Rava said the exact opposite of what he said beforehand, according to this version. So says the Gemara, right? Are you going to tell me that it's Rabbi Yoshua that he says Mishat Anachato? Amar Rava answers, Afilu Tema Rabbi Eliezer, She'ela lechu v'askara lechu. You're going to tell me it's Rabbi Eliezer, She'ela is one thing, and Askara is another thing. Asking for rain, Tentel Matali Brecha is one thing, and Askara, Mashiv Roch Negeshem, is another thing. So the two different things. Once are two different things. So for this, according to this Girsa, Rava is like Abaye. Okay? So until here we finish until Daled Amud Bet. We actually did one Hazara, right?